Good morning. Very nice to meet you all again this morning that you had your prayer. So shall we continue with that small sharing that I have been doing with you all the last few days. I have been sharing with you how I prepared myself for formal prayer. Prayer habit is not an easy task. You need to put a whole lot of time to it because prayer also is like a language. The language has to be studied. We need to know its structures. Only then we can efficiently communicate that language of prayer with God. So we need a whole lot of preparation to make us ready for the formal prayer. A few tools has to be practiced and made it our own. So as we prepare ourselves to become a man and woman of prayer, the first tool which I began to practice is look. Just begin to look. Gradually, I began to look at everything with a sense of wonder, even to mosquitoes, even so-called worms. Look with compassion. There is nothing that brings hatredness, anything that brings abhorrence into your sight. You look everything as God had looked and saw everything good. That primordial appreciation that God makes to the creatures after creating, He saw everything good. Prayer is eventually enter into that amazing God and see through His eyes that everything is good. Only then prayer becomes an amazing source of positive energy in us. Secondly, as we prepare ourselves to pray, deliberately create a strong sense of community, that a belief that we are not alone, because prayer is a communion, as Jesus says, that they may all be one. How amazingly He was looking at the world and longing that they become like a Trinity, they may be together. And what they will do when they come together, they look at one another with amazing appreciation. So that sense of I am not alone, that creates in us a strong desire to positively influence or positively relate to the other, and that becomes the basis of prayer experience. Thirdly, I told you we must learn to locate ourselves in a positive way. Locate ourselves, not here and there, but either there or here. So prayer is mostly an experience of here with the other. So learn to spend quality time with the other is a tool to prepare ourselves to become man or woman of prayer in a formal setting. So prayer is spending quality time with the other. The other, you call it God or nature or even an idea, whatever. Gradually, as you grow into its formal content, it will be revealed to you. But we learn to bracket a quality time within the flow of the time. We say, I will be with this person, or I will be with my God. I like to add a fourth point today. together with that three, you add a fourth dimension or a fourth element and practice them all. In previous ones you practice. That is decision to pray. You decide to pray because prayer is an act. No, it's an act. It doesn't happen. You have to do it. It's an act. So every act is a fruit of a decision. So an act doesn't happen because they are not accidents. They are deliberate act. So you decide to pray. So if that decision is lacking, then you cannot be consistent in prayer. You will do when you like. You cannot develop a deeper relationship with like. No, I like. No. I love or I decide to do that. No, even marital relationship or in a religious setup, it needs a strong decision to do that. So prayer is a dealing with God, and the other God is very, very faithful, and He has decided to love and being with us. We also decide to be with God. Do you really decide to do something? Regarding prayer, people just go by their liking. Father, I just don't like. I don't like this or I don't like that. Not like that. Do you decide? Any serious spiritual experiences are all based on the decision that you make, because eventually prayer is a positive yes to the Lord. Whatever He tells to us, whatever His will, or whatever the other revealed to us makes us to say a meaningful yes to that relationship, positively to continue that, or any love relationship, any positive relationship involves a decision. So you just think about forgiveness. Whether you like to forgive, you may not like to forgive, no, but you can decide to forgive. Can you love? Can you like an enemy? You may not, but you can decide to love your enemy. Can you give something just like that? You may not like to give away things, but you can decide to give away or to renounce something. Same way, prayer is a fruit of a decision. You decide to pray, however small or however big that is, but it depends on your decision. Now, together with this fourth element, you go back. You decide to look, whether you like it or not. You decide to look. You decide positively that you are not alone. You can say that I don't like, my father is not with me, mother is not with me, my community members are not with me, hundreds of lists. But you decide that you are not alone. Thirdly, you decide to set aside quality time with the other. So as you move around today practicing prayer, add this fourth element. You decide to look, to believe that you are not alone. Then you decide to spend some time, quality time with the other. It will be further developed. I'll come up with that fifth tool tomorrow. Bless you all with plenty of time of quality prayer.